Welcome back. Time for some more bait videos. It's been a while since I've made any, and I've been fishing a lot, and I wanted to just get started on a few for summertime. I love using pop-ups. A lot of times I'll buy them already made, but it's very simple to make your own. And today we're going to show just a very basic cork ball pop-up, how to make them, and also keep them in your freezer and just pull them out as you need them. We're going to start off today with the Equinox hard hook bait mix. This already has egg albumin already mixed in it. That way you're going to have a really nice outer shell on your cork ball pop-up. If you would just use a straight boilie mix, you're not going to have that hard shell, so the water is going to penetrate in, ultimately getting to your cork, and then it's going to sink over time. It'll probably take a while before that happens, but with the hard hook bait mix, you already have the egg albumin mixed in the correct proportions. And if you do have just a standard boilie mix, they do make it, you could buy just egg albumin, separately. And I think it's like 200 grams per kilo that you can add up to. Depends, how you want the outer shell of the boilie to be. So keep that in mind. If you already have the base mix and you want to make a cork ball pop-ups, you can always just buy this separately and do it that way. So really, very simple. Like I said, we're going to just do it from the hard hook bait mix. That way everything's already mixed in. You don't really have to do too much. We're doing Equinox, so we're going to add in the liquid additive, which has all the nutrients and additives in the liquid itself. Some base mixes like the Live System already have it right in the base mix itself. But like I said, today we're going to use Equinox. And cork balls. Everybody makes these. You can buy them almost anywhere. And we're going to do a couple various sizes. And bring it up to the camera here. You can see a couple different sizes there, like probably about 10 mil up to, I think it's about 14 mil, somewhere around there. And roughly we're going to put a thin layer around it, and finished product's going to be, say, 14 to 16, 17 mil, somewhere around that neighborhood. Again, you want a real thin layer around the cork ball, because if not, this isn't a pop-up mix. So keep in mind, the only thing that's going to pop it up is the cork. So if you add too much paste around it, it's going to sink it. So you just want a thin layer just for the attraction, and hopefully to draw the fish in. And I'm going to show you start to finish how I do these. Extremely simple, doesn't take too much time. We'll make up the mix, boil it, let it air dry, and then ultimately we'll freeze the extras. And then usually what I do, I have an extra tub just from the ones I already used up. I'll use this, and I'll put in maybe 20 hook baits, and I'll put in like a liquid additive. In this case, since I'm doing Equinox, I'll probably just add in some more Equinox. You can add in everything, and we're going to show you a custom one later, but for now we're just going to do the standard mix and how to make that. So let's get started, and I'll show you how everything works out. Okay, we're going to do a GoPro so you can see everything I'm doing. First thing we're going to do is crack an egg. Crack an egg in there. Okay, all we're going to do is whisk this up a little bit. And all we're going to do is add a little Equinox flavor. It's the liquid additive, I should say. So we're going to put in 5 mLs now. Okay, got the lid off, and all we're going to do is 5 mLs of the liquid additive, and put that in, push that aside, and whisk that a little bit more. It'll start to turn like a brownish color, and good to go. Okay, mix that up really well. Okay, all we're going to do now is we're going to sieve some of this. We don't want any of the big chunks in here. Not that they're large or anything, but it's going to affect how the paste goes around the cork ball. So just kind of go like that. Once you get to the end here, you can kind of see getting a little bit more clumps and seeds. I'm just going to put that in a separate container. And all I'm going to do is just grab a spoonful there, put it in the sieve, and just tap it. Once you start getting close to the end, you'll see more of those little pieces. So I'll just put those into there. And you can see right now is I have a real fine mix with no clumps or really a small amount of seeds in it. And that's the Equinox hard hook bait mix. And all we're going to do now is start to incorporate the mix from the hard hook bait mix into the egg. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm just going to start by adding a little bit in here. And just start to mix it around. That way absorb into the mix. And just give it a little bit of time so it has a chance to really absorb in. The worst case scenario, we don't want to dry this out. So see, we still need more. And just keep mixing it up here. And a little trick I learned is take just the bottom of the spoon and go like that. That'll break up any of the small clumps you might have. As you're going around the edge there, just kind of go like that. And we're progressively going to get thicker and thicker. And you just keep adding it till you feel you're at the consistency you want to be. We're still not there yet, so I'm going to have to sieve a little bit more. And then I'll be back once I get this mixed to the right level. But just keep adding this in, slowly. And before you know it, we'll be where we want to be. But you can see the mix now. It almost looks like a pumpkin color. Has a really good smell to it. So I'm going to shut my camera off and get some more. And I'll show you back in a minute when we're done. Okay. Like I said, you can just add a little bit more if you have to. And we're at the point now where it's pretty good to go. And we're going to leave this into a bowl roughly, I don't know, 10-15 minutes or so. The thing is, you don't want to start making these while it's still absorbing into the paste. Because even though it looks pretty good right now, all that liquid's still going to keep absorbing into the ball here. And as usual, when you make this, you don't want it to stick to your hands. So you can see it's not really sticking in my hands at all. And just kind of go around the bowl here too. Get any extra stuff that you have in there. And just form it. It's going to feel kind of soft to the touch. And we're going to let this rest for a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll start making our Cork Ball Pop Ups. Okay, good to go. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we're back. Now, when I poked into the center, it felt a little bit sticky. So all I did was add a little bit more Equinox hard hook bait mix. And right now I'm just kind of working it in. And you don't want it to be sticky because when you go to roll it around the cork balls, it's going to stick and just not work out. So you want your mix, so if you go like that, it's not going to really stick to your hand. And if you press in, again, you don't want it to stick to any of your finger. So now we got this pretty well worked. All we're going to do is just take off a little piece of paste, real small piece, and it's just a little sticky. So all I'm going to do, take one of these bigger cork balls, start to mold it around, kind of mold it around a little bit, and just go in your hands like that. And just that movement in your hands is going to form it around and seal it. And can you see we have a perfect cork ball right now? And just go around, just a little bit, just to make sure you have it sealed, inspect it, and it's perfect. So now that's probably about a 16 mil boilie. we'll set that off to the side and just keep grabbing little pieces off of here and grab another. That's roughly a 14 mil ball, somewhere around there. And like I said, just start to go like that, and the force from your hand will actually spread it around the cork ball and seal it off. So again, perfect cork ball. And obviously for the little ones, we don't need as much paste. So we'll do a little one now. Just kind of press it in there. And it might stick just a little, but as soon as you start going like that, it's going to form it around the cork ball. And you know, you can do this just standing here, or you know, if you're sitting at the table, or just, I watched a video on CC Moore page. They were just watching TV while doing it. You know, those are all great choices, and it doesn't really require much. You're just going like that. I'm not sure how long this is going to take to do a bunch, but we'll just keep doing some here. And that one didn't go the whole way around, so we'll just press this a little bit more that way. So just a little bit of the cork ball left, so just go like that and we're good to go. You don't want any of the cork showing, because that's going to be what keeps it floating. And just inspect your cork balls. Like that one there, I must have missed a little bit, so just push that over and re-roll it there. Perfect. Don't see any cork. Perfect. And just keep going around. And keep doing your different sizes, whatever sizes you chose. There you go. Again, inspect it after you're done. Make sure no cork is showing, and make sure it's all sealed. Set it to the side. And there we go. I'm going to finish off with a few more, and then I'm going to show you the final product after I boil it, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I just brought the water to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and put in my Cork Ball Pop Ups. And then give them a quick boil here. Shouldn't take too long. Just move them around in the pot just so all the sides get it. Took a quick photo for an article I'm going to do on this. Make sure they're not sticking together at all. Have a couple that look like they're sticking together. Looking good, and we're ready to take them out. Shut off the heat. And just put them into like a pot next to that. And there we go. Just take that off the heat. And we are good to go. Okay, all we're going to do now is just put them onto like just a cloth towel. And that's going to take all the moisture out. And I'll let them sit here, the air dry, for a night. And then we're going to show you how to boost these up. And you can see these look really good. A little bit of hardness to them. But once they really dry, they'll be fine. And after that, like I said, I have a acid pear pop-up empty container. We all know how I love these pop-ups so much, so go through them pretty quick. And when we're done, we'll just put them in here, and they'll be ready to use. So I'll probably do a part 2 on just how to boost some of these up a little bit. Like this is the plain mix here. After I'm done, I'm probably going to put it in a little bit more of the additive. Yeah, just so there's a little bit of traction in here. But it should be pretty good. So that's it. Hopefully the GoPro turned out okay. I'm trying to look on my phone here just to see if you can see what I see. And I think it went pretty well. Okay, hopefully that worked out good. I wanted to use the GoPro, that way I do a first person view. I always like to do that just because you can see things a little bit easier. And we made some cork ball pop ups today. Hopefully that's zooming in there. So, simple to do. These are going to dry out for 24 hours. And then I just made enough to use for a pot, but I have plenty of dough left here. You can see I still have plenty left here. And yeah, I can either freeze that, or I'll probably end up finish making more of those. Then I'll freeze anything left over I have. That way I can just keep pulling them out of the freezer as I need more hook baits. And you saw how simple that was. You know, it's no rocket science involved. You know, simple mix, some additive, an egg, mix it together, roll it around the cork ball, boil it, you know, let it rest on the towel like I got doing there. And then in a day or two, you're good to go. So, cork ball pop ups, simple to make. I'm going to show you some more advanced recipes and everything like that. I'm going to see how the GoPro worked out and see if I'm going to continue to use that for, you know, some first person view, I guess you could say. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to see anything, just let me know. Any questions on the bait I made today, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.